The race session is at Spa-Francorchamps in Francorchamps, Belgium. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is first on mediums. Rene Robertson is second with 40 kilos on mediums. John Astrop from New Zealand is P3 with 10 kilos on mediums. Eric Beitem from Germany is P4 with 80 kilos on mediums. Brian Patterson is P5 on mediums. Mark Scott from Norway is P6 on mediums. Glenfield from United Kingdom is 7th with 20 kilos on mediums. Connor McKee from Norway is 8th on mediums. Mikołaj Lawinski from Poland is 9th on softs. Richard Ogden is 10th on mediums. Martijn Mol is P1. "30 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Rene Robertson is third. Rene Robertson passed John Astrop for P2. John Astrop is P3. John Astrop is now second. Eric Beitem in Eau Rouge is P7. Rene Robertson entering the pits is 10th. Connor McKee in Eau Rouge is 8th. Glenfield entering the pits is P10. Brian Patterson in Lacombe is 3rd. The race session is at Spa-Francorchamps in Francorchamps, Belgium. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is P1 on mediums. Rene Robertson is second with 40 kilos on mediums. John Astrop from New Zealand is P3 with 10 kilos on mediums. Eric Beitem from Germany is P4 with 80 kilos on mediums. Brian Patterson is P5 on mediums. Mark Scott from Norway is P6 on mediums. Glenfield from United Kingdom is P7 with 20 kilos on mediums. Connor McKee from Norway is P8 on mediums. Mikołaj Lawinski from Poland is 9th on softs. Richard Ogden is P10 on mediums. Martijn Mol is first. "30 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Eric Beitem is P4. Glenfield is P6. Glenfield passed Brian Patterson for 5th. John Astrop in Kemmel Straight is 3rd. Eric Beitman Lacombe is P4. Brian Patterson in Brussels is 6th. John Astrup in Puhan is P3. Eric Beitman Fanya is 4th. Brian Patterson is 6th. Mark Scott in Blanchimont is 7th, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Mikołaj Lawinski in Bus Stop Chicane is P9, 0.3 behind Richard Ogden. Eric Beitman La Source is 4th with 80 kilos, 0.4 behind John Astrup. Connor McKee is P10, 0.5 behind Mikołaj Lawinski. Rene Robertson in Lacombe is P2. Best lap is a 2:22.286. 0.497 off the fastest lap. John Astrup in Rivage is 3rd, 0.3 behind Rene Robertson. Eric Beitman is P4, 0.4 behind John Astrup. Mikołaj Lawinski in Puhan on lap 2 is 9th, 0.4 behind Richard Ogden. Rene Robertson is P2, 0.3 ahead of John Astrup. John Astrup in Blanchimont on lap 2 is 3rd, 0.2 behind Rene Robertson. Mikołaj Lawinski in Blanchimont is 9th, 0.1 behind Richard Ogden. Mikołaj Lawinski lost 9th to Connor McKee. Eric Beitman entering the pits is P10. Brian Patterson is P3, 0.1 behind Glenn Field. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Martijn Mol is P6, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. Martijn Mol passed Rene Robertson for 5th. Brian Patterson in Kemmel Straight is 3rd, 0.1 behind Glenn Field. Brian Patterson was 0.9 faster last lap. Brian Patterson passed Glenn Field for 2nd. Glenn Field in Rivage on lap 3 is 3rd, 0.4 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson was 0.9 faster last lap. Mikołaj Lański is 8th, 0.8 behind Richard Ogden. Glenfield is 3rd. Best lap is a 2:21.631. 2.306 off the fastest lap. Mikołaj Lański from Poland in Blanchimont is P8, 0.6 behind Richard Ogden. Glenfield is 3rd with 20 kilos, 0.3 behind Brian Patterson. Rene Robertson in La Source is 6th on mediums. Rene Robertson is now P5. Glenfield in La Source is 9th. Glenfield entering the pits is 9th. Mikołaj Lański in Kemmel Straight is 7th, 0.1 behind Richard Ogden. Mikołaj Lański was 0.9 faster last lap. Mikołaj Lański passed Richard Ogden for 6th. Mikołaj Lański is now P5. Martijn Mol is 4th, 0.9 behind Mark Scott. Rene Robertson is P8, 0.5 behind Richard Ogden. Martijn Mol is 4th, 0.5 behind Mark Scott. Richard Ogden in Corby Palfrère is P8, 0.9 behind Rene Robertson. Glenfield exiting pits on mediums. Martijn Mol in La Source is P4 on mediums, 0.5 behind Mark Scott. "20 minutes remaining in the session. Conor McKee is 6th, 1.4 behind Mikołaj Lański. Conor McKee was 1.3 faster last lap. Martijn Mol in Brussels is P4, 0.6 behind Mark Scott. Mark Scott in Pulhan is P4 battling Martijn Mol. Connor McKee in Pulhan is 6th, 0.5 behind Mikołaj Lański. Rene Robertson is P7, 0.5 behind Connor McKee. Connor McKee is 6th, 0.3 ahead of Rene Robertson. Connor McKee was 11.0 faster last lap. Rene Robertson in bus stop chicane is P7 on mediums, 0.4 behind Connor McKee. Connor McKee on lap 6 is 6th, 0.2 ahead of Rene Robertson. Eric Boma exiting pits on mediums. Connor McKee lost 6th to Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson is 6th on mediums, 0.5 ahead of Connor McKee. Connor McKee in Malmedy is 7th, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. Mikołaj Lański is P6, 0.4 ahead of Connor McKee. Mikołaj Lański lost P6 to Connor McKee. Connor McKee in Campus is 6th, 1.5 behind Rene Robertson. Mikołaj Lański in Blanchimont on lap 6 is 7th, 1.6 behind Connor McKee. Brian Patterson in Radillon is P4. Best lap is a 2:20.479. 1.766 off the fastest lap. "15 minutes remaining in the session." Connor McKee in Kemmel Straight on lap 7 is 6th, 2.2 behind Rene Robertson. Brian Patterson in Pulhan is 4th, 1.4 behind Mark Scott. Mark Scott is third, 3.8 ahead of Brian Patterson. Connor McKee in Stabilo on lap 7 is 6th, 4.9 behind Rene Robertson. Mark Scott in La Source is P3. Best lap is a 2:20.182. 1.469 off the fastest lap. Connor McKee is 6th, 3.9 behind Rene Robertson. Richard Ogden entering the pits is 8th. Mark Scott in Brussels is 3rd on mediums. Richard Ogden exiting pits on mediums. Connor McKee is P6 on mediums, 3.4 behind Rene Robertson. Mikołaj Lawinski in Puhan is 7th, 3.0 behind Connor McKee. John Astrup entering the pits is P1. Martijn Mol entering the pits is 2nd. Brian Patterson is 4th. Mark Scott entering the pits is P3. Brian Patterson entering the pits is 4th. John Astrup exiting pits on mediums. Mark Scott is 2nd. Glenfield is P9. Martijn Mol exiting pits on mediums. Mikołaj Lawinski entering the pits is 7th. Brian Patterson is P6. Mark Scott exiting pits on mediums. Juan Ramos entering the pits is P11. Brian Patterson exiting pits on mediums. Connor McKee from Norway is 5th, 1.9 behind Mark Scott. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Mikołaj Lawinski exiting pits on softs. Martijn Mol in Brussels is 3rd, 2.7 behind Rene Robertson. Connor McKee in Puhan is 5th, 1.3 behind Mark Scott. Martijn Mol in Corby Palfrère is P3, 2.0 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson entering the pits is P3. Glenfield entering the pits is 9th. Brian Patterson is P6. Juan Ramos exiting pits on mediums. Connor McKee entering the pits is P5. Brian Patterson passed Connor McKee for P5. Brian Patterson passed Rene Robertson for P4. Connor McKee is P6. Glenfield exiting pits on mediums. Richard Ogden is P8. Rene Robertson exiting pits on softs. Connor McKee exiting pits on mediums. Brian Patterson in Lacombe is P4, 3.7 behind Mark Scott. Brian Patterson was 2.1 faster last lap. Connor McKee in Lacombe is P6. Best lap is a 2:22.495. 3.905 off the fastest lap. Brian Patterson in Fania is P4. Connor McKee in Fania is 6th. Brian Patterson is P4. Best lap is a 2:19.798. 2.083 off the fastest lap. Mikołaj Lawinski is 7th. Five minutes remaining in the session. Brian Patterson in Rivage is P4, 2.7 behind Mark Scott. Richard Ogden in Eau Rouge is 8th. Brian Patterson is 4th, 2.4 behind Mark Scott. Mark Scott in bus stop chicane is third, 2.4 ahead of Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson is P4, 2.4 behind Mark Scott. Mark Scott in Lacombe is P3. Best lap is a 2:19.761. 2.046 off the fastest lap. Brian Patterson in Brussels is P4, 2.7 behind Mark Scott. Mikołaj Lawinski in Lacombe is 7th. Brian Patterson in Corby Palfrere is 4th, 2.5 behind Mark Scott. Rene Robertson is P5 on softs. Brian Patterson in Radillon is P4, 2.6 behind Mark Scott. Rene Robertson in Kemmel Straight is 5th. Brian Patterson is 4th, 2.4 behind Mark Scott. Rene Robertson in Fania is P5. Brian Patterson in Blanchimont is P4, 2.0 behind Mark Scott. Mikołaj Lański in Fania is P7. Brian Patterson in Kemmel Straight is 4th, 1.6 behind Mark Scott. Rene Robertson in Lacombe is 5th. Mikołaj Lański in Radovan is 7th on softs. The leader has just finished the race. John Astrup finished P1. Martijn Mol finished P2. Mark Scott finished 3rd. Brian Patterson finished P4. Rene Robertson finished P5. Glenfield finished 9th. Connor McKee is P6. Connor McKee finished P6. Mikołaj Lański finished P7. Richard Ogden is 8th. Richard Ogden finished P8.